I am so tired of people spreading misinformation about Jessica and in regards to her removal from Girls' Generation. There are countless lies that have been told throughout the years and even new lies that were made up since the release of her novel Shine and Bright. Without further ado, I will be debunking the false narratives, lies, and rumors about former Girls' Generation member Jessica Jung. On August 6, 2014, Jessica posted, "Finally launching my own brand Blanc," with a link to the Blanc website on her Weibo account. After she posted this, articles were released announcing that Jessica would be launching her own brand. There was also a countdown on the Blanc website, which revealed that the brand would officially launch on August 9, 2014. While it was acknowledged by Tiffany per the 2014 KCON Red Carpet interview on August 10, 2014, that the members would be focusing on solo activities, and Tiffany looked directly at Jessica when saying each of our members are slowly going into their solo or designing, there was never any explicit public support from the members in regards to Blanc and Eclair.
이제 컴백 활동 계획 어떻게 되시는지 되게 많이 궁금해하시는데 어떻게 되나요? 써니 씨.
We just wrapped up our arena tour with Girls' Generation, all 9 of us, and each of our members are slowly going into their solo or designing, or the unit album is coming up real soon. So I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna like this song better than the last one, and we're pretty confident about this one, so keep your eyes and ears out for it. Thanks, guys.
To further support Tiffany's words at the 2014 KCON Red Carpet interview, SM Entertainment announced and confirmed on September 15, 2014, that all 9 Girls' Generation members renewed their contracts for 3 more years, and stated that the members would be focusing on their individual activities aside from the Tay-Tee-So unit comeback with Holler. The reason why I'm mentioning this is because there are people who try to make it seem as if the members were blindsided by Jessica launching her brand, when Tiffany's words at the 2014 KCON Red Carpet interview are proof that Jessica launching her brand was something that the members were well aware of, they acknowledged it, and approved of it, until they rescinded their approval or support in September, as Jessica said in her official statement after her removal from the group. Throughout the years, one of the most common lies is that the members wore Jessica's brand, Blanc and Eclair, before and after her removal from the group, but that is false. The logo for Jessica's brand, Blanc and Eclair, is a division sign. It's commonly featured on most, if not all, of Blanc and Eclair's products. The division sign logo is on both sides of the sunglasses, as shown here in the picture that was posted on Jessica's Weibo account when she announced the launch of the brand. I compiled photos of Jessica wearing Blanc and Eclair sunglasses before and after the launch of Blanc and Eclair, as well as a side-by-side comparison of Jessica wearing her own brand sunglasses while heading to a schedule with the members when she was still part of the group to showcase the differences in the sunglasses. Here are some photos of the Girls' Generation members at the airport on September 30th, 2014, which is the day of Jessica's removal from the group. As you can see, the members who are wearing sunglasses are not wearing Blanc and Eclair sunglasses. None of the Girls' Generation members wore Blanc and Eclair sunglasses before or after Jessica's removal from the group. Another common false narrative is that Jessica wanted to give up her music career to focus on designing or to focus on her brand. Jessica never said this. There are actually quite a few interviews where Jessica has said the opposite before her removal from Girls' Generation and after her removal. Jessica and Crystal featured on the June issue of Nylon magazine in 2014. They also did an interview while shooting for the magazine. The interviewer asked the sisters, "What thought dominates your mind lately?" And Jessica answered that it's a good thing that I chose this work. There was a time when someone asked me, "Aren't you afraid that you might have to quit this work?" But I don't have those kind of worries. As long as I have the desire to do this job, I will continue to sing. Jessica also did an interview with She.com on August 12, 2014, days after the official launch of Blanc and Eclair. When asked about where the inspiration for Blanc and Eclair's Ready to Wear series came from, Jessica responded by saying, "The Blanc brand is my life goal and dream. I really like and enjoy being an artist and will continue to participate in the entertainment business." On May 17, 2016, Billboard interviewed Jessica when she made her solo debut with Fly and the With Love J mini album. During the interview, Jessica was asked, "Did you ever think you'd just stick to fashion and leave music behind?" And Jessica said, "No, I've never thought of that before. I think a lot of people think that way and there's a lot of talk, but no, I've never wanted to stick only to Blanc and Eclair. Music was my passion and I started out as a singer. It's just natural to me to keep pursuing my music career. It's just the start. The Hong Kong clubbing controversy should not need any type of clarification, but it does because Jessica's former fandom enjoys bringing this controversy up as a way to hate on her, although she did nothing wrong. On November 9, 2013, there were articles about how Hong Kong media outlet Apple Daily reported that two Girls' Generation members, Yuna and Taeyeon, were partying at a nightclub in Hong Kong, stating that they were both drunk and staggering around by garbage in an alleyway. SM Entertainment responded to the report on November 11, 2013 and stated it is absolutely not true. The girls in the photo are not members of Girls' Generation. The PR firm in Hong Kong is in the process of finding out why these articles were released. It seems the Hong Kong mass media has reported false news. In addition to SM Entertainment denying the reports and calling them false, on November 9, 2013, Tyler Kwan also took to his Weibo account to clarify that the Hong Kong media's report was false by saying that it's a shame that paparazzi says Taeyeon and Yuna were in LKF. I don't think they even left their hotel. However, on July 16, 2015, Koreaboo translated an article originally posted on Pan, in which the article accused Jessica of being the person at the club in Hong Kong, citing the pictures in the article as their proof, although the pictures do not capture anyone's face. After this article was released, Jessica received backlash from her former fandom and they began to hate on her for not speaking up and saying it was her, despite the paparazzi not getting any photos of anyone's face. SM Entertainment stating that it is not true and that the girls in the photo are not members of Girls' Generation, and even Tyler Kwan posting on Weibo that Yuna and Taeyeon didn't leave their hotel rooms. Jessica's former fandom likes to refer to her outfit from May 15, 2013 as their proof that she was at the club in Hong Kong on November 9, 2013, but the person at the club in Hong Kong who they assume to be Jessica is wearing a red cardigan, not a red sweater, and the dates are months apart. Also, Jessica's hair was blonde on May 15, 2013, whereas the Hong Kong clubbing controversy occurred on November 9, 2013. Girls' Generation were in Hong Kong for their world tour, Girls in Peace, with concerts taking place on November 9th and November 10th, and Jessica's hair color is clearly dark brown during that time. With all of this being considered, it's foolish for Jessica's former fandom to hate on her and attack her for this, because even if it was her, she's the one being stalked by paparazzi, which is out of her control, and forced to run down an alleyway to get away from them. Also, even if it was her, SM Entertainment would never let her admit to it, which is why SM Entertainment said it was not a member of Girls' Generation at all. The Hong Kong clubbing controversy is the media's fault for reporting false information, and it makes no sense to bring this up as a way to hate on Jessica or throw shade at her when she wasn't at fault in any way. There's nothing to blame her for. Girls' Generation's Japanese compilation album The Best was released on July 23, 2014, and it also included a DVD which contained their music videos as well as an interview portion where the members were asked in-depth questions about what they would do if they weren't in Girls' Generation, if they ever thought of quitting or leaving Girls' Generation, and more. Jessica's former fandom loves to bring up her portion of the interview where she was asked if she had thoughts of leaving or quitting as a way to say that her removal from the group was justified or deserved because of her answer in this interview.
하루에도 몇 번씩 그런 생각은 하는 것 같아요. 아, 리허설을 진짜 오래 할 때. 근데 그거는 정말 이제 스트레스를 많이 받을 때 오는 생각인 것 같고요. 막상 다 해놓으면 또 뿌듯하기도 하고 좋은 것도 있고. 그래서 하루에 몇 번씩 오락가락하는
It's absurd to me that her former fandom clings to this interview because Jessica having thoughts about quitting when she feels stressed or that rehearsals are taking too long, then those thoughts going away because she feels happiness and pride about her work after it's done, doesn't equate to actually wanting to quit. A few of the other members gave answers in regards to thinking about quitting in that exact interview.
소녀시대 타이틀이 너무 가끔 가다가 이렇게 무게감이 느껴질 때가 있어요. 좀 어깨가 무겁다고 해야 되나? 일단 솔로가 아니고 팀이기 때문에 그런 걸 더 느꼈던 것 같아요.
제가 두 번째 일본 투어를 했을 때 굉장히 이제
육체적으로나 정신적으로나 약해져 있었었는데 이 소녀시대 단체 스케줄이 너무 힘든 것 같은 거예요. 그래서 이 소녀시대 단체 스케줄만이라도 없으면 좀 건강해질 수 있고 내가 더 열정적으로 일을 할 수 있는 계기가 더 생길 텐데 라는 생각에 막 매니저 오빠한테 투정도 부려보고 그때 처음으로 약간 좀 소녀시대를 안 하면 어떨까라는 생각이 들었었어요.
가볍게 그냥 뭐 하고 싶은 거 못 할 때는 그런 생각이 가볍게는 들죠. 그냥 근데 진짜로 이 일을 그러니까 소녀시대를 그만둬야 되겠다는 감히 생각해 본 적은 없는 것 같아요. 그냥 뭐.
But because Jessica was removed from the group, what she had to say gets nitpicked on and taken out of context for their agendas. What Jessica said in her The Best interview does not contradict her official statement in any way. It's common for people to have thoughts of wanting to quit their job regardless of if they love it or not, especially when there are moments where it becomes stressful or overwhelming, although they don't actually go through with quitting. However, when Jessica speaks truthfully and candidly while also saying that it's merely a passing thought, suddenly it's an issue and all logic goes out the window. When it was announced on October 10th, 2019, that Jessica would be publishing her debut novel Shine, the news was immediately met with backlash by her former fandom, although the novel went on to become a New York Times bestseller. After the release of Jessica's second novel Bright, her former fandom decided to spread a lie that she outed one of her former groupmates, Girls' Generation member Sohyun, but this is false. The only gay character in the book series is a photographer for Vogue, Maxwell Lee Harris, who is introduced in Bright. Rachel Kim, the main character in the book, meets the photographer at an after-party after attending a fashion show, and Maxwell mentions that his husband is a backstage dresser while providing double-sided tape to Rachel Kim for her wardrobe malfunction. Jessica's former fandom took this excerpt from Shine where Rachel is discussing with one of her twin friends, Haiti, about how Haiti's twin sister, Joohyun, doesn't like their mutual friend Daeho as more than a friend. Haiti happens to have a crush on Daeho, but he seems to like Joohyun, which makes Haiti think that Daeho will never notice her. Rachel chimes in by saying that she doesn't think Daeho is Joohyun's type. Joohyun overhears the two and asks, "Who's not my type?" And Rachel says an actor's name from a drama, and Joohyun agrees with her about the actor by saying, "Yeah, he's way too Prince Charming for me." Again, the only gay character is the photographer for Vogue and Bright. No one else is even implied to be gay, and Jessica does not out anyone. Jessica's former fandom completely made up a lie based on the Shine excerpt because one of the twin friends is named Joohyun, and Joohyun is Girls' Generation member Sohyun's real name, but actually there is no correlation. The twins Haiti and Joohyun are based off of Jessica's twin friends in real life, Tia and Faye Min. They were also on an episode of Jessica and Crystal's reality show in 2014. Jessica's former fandom spread this lie out of sheer spite and contempt towards her. It doesn't help that a popular K-pop gossip channel, Kooky Lit, also talked about this and helped perpetuate this lie. It's been exhausting seeing the many lies, false narratives, and rumors spread and believed about Jessica and her removal over the years. Most, if not all of it, comes from her former fandom simply because they dislike that she spoke out about her removal from Girls' Generation. Jessica is truly the epitome of a phoenix rising from the ashes.
My dearest fans, it was you who encouraged me from the very beginning when I was still young and finding my way around stage. It was you who taught me what unconditional and limitless love and commitment is. It was you who made me laugh with all your funny memes of me. And it was you who stayed by my side through thick and thin, highs and lows, good times and bad times. I'm forever grateful for the support and love I feel every day from all over the world. A love that has kept me going when I was on the brink of giving up. A love that has been a shield which protected me from all sorts of danger. It's a love that I don't deserve. Sometimes all the words in the world cannot express how safe and secure you make me feel. For that, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. We've certainly come a long way, and I hope we still have a long way to go together. I'm so happy I'm here. Ainiman, thank you.
also want to mention that after waiting for 6 years, Jessica has recently released her 4th mini-album, Beep Beep. So don't forget to stream the music video and listen to the album. It's such an amazing mini-album. Thank you for watching, take care, and continue to support Jessica's future activities.